Well, hello there, everybody. Happy Star Trek Tuesday. It is finally here, your favorite day of the week, Tuesday. It's also your favorite inside joke from Star Trek, Tuesday. All right, welcome to the main viewer live. Everybody knows the Tuesday reference. Everybody at home in the live chat, let us know, besides Star Trek Generations and Tuesday, what's your other favorite Tuesday reference or joke or meme? Is there a character named Tuesday? I know there's a Wednesday. It's probably a Friday.
Oh,
Rebecca
isn't that
Blackson.
Dragnet? Like somebody
Hmm.
Tuesday?
I don't know.
What is that
Hmm.
from?
Oh.
This thing's too heavy for me, so I'm going to be
Okay.
dragging it.
Hmm.
Ah ha ha ha.
All right.
Nice.
It's like a big piece of furniture. All right. So we have a lot to talk about, everybody. It's a big time day. There's so much news in the sci-fi world that there's actually a lot of like peripheral sci-fi, like For All Mankind is in the news. Why?
Mhm.
Well, because they're already renewed for a fifth season. We
So
remember them when
cool.
they were just a baby. And now look at them going to school. Uh, we've got the Orville in the news. They're on their fourth season. That one doesn't seem to be moving as fast, but that's still huge news. We're like, shouldn't they be in season 9 by now? But that's big news. Also, our good friends at PanCAN are doing something huge and special. We know them and love them. Lots to
Mhm.
talk about there. You guys, I have amazing news.
What?
Melissa Longo is here.
Hi. Hi. Oh, Star Trek and chill. Rise and chill. What?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Where can you get these shirts anyway?
Everybody, you could get your very own Ferengi family shirt like what Jenny's wearing, or your Risa and Chill shirt like what Melissa's wearing at the Star Trek and Chill online store in the description box below. Just click that link, get your very own shirt in your very own size and your favorite color. Melissa also prepared a song for it.
Get your rise and chill on. Hoo-hoo.
Amazing.
Sorry about that.
So good.
Everybody, Jenny R. Johnson is here.
Hey, what's up? That was a drum. Bam. Yeah.
Like boxing.
Yes, something like that.
Everybody, we have a third piece of good news. Can you believe the walking exclamation point? The resident web crawler, OMG herself, Dr. Anne-Marie Seagull is here.
Hi.
Hmm.
Sorry, it's just my phone is like losing battery by the second as every alert in the world goes off about the Battlestar Galactica convention news.
That's huge, everybody.
Hmm.
By the way, not just For All Mankind,
Yeah.
not just the Orville,
Yeah.
Battlestar Dramatica has made big news. Everybody in the live chat, make your prediction. What is the big news about Battlestar Galactica? By the way, my name is Ryan T. Husk. I'm just wearing a plain kind of reddish burgundy-ish shirt. Nothing fancy. I don't know where you could get it. Maybe Target or something.
It's
I don't
his
know.
Tuesday shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. So hi to everybody in the live chat. Lucia out in Brazil. Kyle Gray Young. Joshua Reed. What's up? The Matt Boardman. Thanks for making this cool
So
thumbnail. The Matt. Kale Bliss Dish. Roman. Mark Zutkoff.
By the way, we
Bob
should
D.
say also like the
Mabrello.
big news is in addition to the original colonel's passing away, Terry Carter. So it's actually two big pieces of Battlestar Galactica news, but I was talking about the happy news.
Yeah.
Super sad.
So the original
Yes,
Colonel
I think he
Ty.
was born in
Got it.
28, like 1928.
Wow.
He had an amazing life. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Jeez.
wow.
So
So close to 100. So
Mhm.
close. Wow.
Mhm.
Not quite like Bob Barker going as close to 100 without going over. That was
How
magic.
close was he? Was Betty White closer?
Yeah,
I think
she
Betty
was,
White was even closer. Yeah.
Yeah,
She was like
she
a
was a
week.
couple of weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Okay.
was like, screw
So-
you, Bob Barker.
Technically, I say she's still 100. I mean, that's 100 years.
Agreed.
Save 2 weeks? Nah, come on.
Exactly. The price is wrong, Bob.
Yes. That is Happy Gilmore, everybody. But he didn't
Crack
say
myself
Bob.
up.
He didn't say Bob.
Oh,
He
no,
said
he didn't.
another B word.
That's right.
He said another B word, everybody.
That's right.
The
Uh-oh.
B word.
I have bad news. Bad news for Ryan. Rico E. Anderson just rolled into the chat.
It's not bad
Wheat
news if we
thins.
pretend it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Okay, everybody hide your wheat thins. Everybody knows the rule. Hide your wheat thins when Rico shows up. Because not only will he eat them all, he will eat them all loudly. You ever know that person that like crunches loudly when they eat your
Yeah.
wheat thins?
Wheat thins aren't that crunchy. I mean, they
They
are,
are
but they're not
very
like
crunchy.
It's because
They're
he's
not
also
like-
crunching on his teeth.
what?
What? Yeah, I get that
Hmm.
thing where in
Hmm.
my ear when somebody chews too loud, it's just.
Mhm.
Here
So don't-
is the big news. Anne-Marie's staring a hole in us right now. She's like, you have to announce this or I'm going to explode. Creation Entertainment.
What?
Creation Entertainment announces Battlestar Galactica 20th anniversary. Can you believe it's been 20 years already since the reboot? October 25th
Wow.
through 27th in Chicago, aka Rosemont.
Ooh.
Salute to Battlestar Galactica 20th anniversary this October 25th through 27th.
Mary McDonald.
Wow.
I see Mary. That's all you
This
need.
is going to be.
That's all you need right there.
Sci-fi conventions
I don't
in
know.
Chicago in 4 weeks.
Look at
Yes.
this name, though. Ronald
I know.
D. Moore.
Woohoo.
Hmm.
Epic.
Oh, that's
Dude.
So this
amazing.
is very exciting. This
Yeah.
is huge news. Just happened today. And you can get all that information at creationent.com. Somebody here is going through their very first Battlestar Galactica watch. Who's that?
Oh my gosh, me. I mean, I had to start when a month or two, I guess a month and a half ago, when Creation was like, we might bring back Battlestar conventions, and I was like, interesting. I think it's finally time to watch it.
Mhm.
Wow. So I think I'm 10 into season 3. Like,
Mhm.
Nice.
what an experience.
Yeah.
Plus, like, my favorite couple that I'm shipping is going to be there.
Nice.
I have to go.
Who's that?
Roslyn and Adama. Duh. They're so cute. I just like watch an episode where they're lying on their backs under the stars. Oh, these cuties. Oh,
So
I
guess
love that show.
what? We've got a poll in the live chat, everybody, with regards to
Ooh.
this news. The question is, it's a short question. Battlestar Galactica convention. The answers are big news. Interesting. Or just Trek for me, thanks.
You know, I'm thinking it's about time.
Yes.
It's about time. You know, yeah. There's conventions for everything else, but Battlestar Galactica is so awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And there's some Star
Yeah.
Trek people in Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
In
Yeah.
front and behind the camera.
Yeah. Like Alexander Siddig. Oh, wait.
Mhm. Wait, no, wait.
Oh, wait, no.
Like Kate Vernon, of course.
Yes.
That's a big one.
Yes. Yeah.
And James Callis, who isn't Alexander Siddig, but close.
Yes. Yeah. And a
Mhm.
visitor who was
Mhm.
married to Alexander Siddig. But
Oh,
Yep.
and you know who was in it for a minute? Amanda Plummer. I was like, wow,
Yes.
voice.
What
Oh,
about
really fun.
Ro Laren?
Yes,
Right.
Michelle Forbes.
yes.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Mhm.
So that's
Um,
pretty big.
yeah.
Now, full disclosure, I've only seen Battlestar Galactica once, and it was maybe, I don't know, 10 to 15 years ago. It wasn't when it first came out,
Yeah.
But it was afterwards, maybe on like it must have been on Netflix, maybe
Mhm.
10 to 12 years ago, I'd say. What about you, Melissa and Jenny? Have you seen it all the way through, and how many times?
I've seen it 3 times through, and I just actually finished a rewatch a couple of months ago.
Wow.
Wow. Do you own it?
No, but I have a friend who has
Oh, that is the annoying
access.
part.
He
Having to
has
like pay
access.
$35 a season. I'm like, ugh,
Yeah,
I
I didn't
Nerd
have
tax.
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're taxing me, Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw it. I want to say it's been about almost 8-ish years or so. Yeah.
I just
I'm
feel
gonna
like
have
the
to brush up
cosplay at
on
that
it.
convention is gonna be kind of dark and scary. I feel like Star Trek has so many like jokey episodes that there's always like hilarious cosplay and also like it's bright colors. But as I'm watching Battlestar, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this convention cosplay gonna look like?
That's true. There won't be like the Battlestar equivalent of Justice people, the Ito running around through the halls, right?
I mean, what I wouldn't get for an Ito right now.
But they're
those people will
right?
be the 2003 like long collars and shiny shirts.
Or the baked potato dress that Anne Marie posted in the No Jake Consortium.
I don't get it.
That's pretty funny.
I didn't get the joke.
She's in like a silver dress that looks like aluminum foil.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what they wore in the 60s when they were trying to show what future. That's probably what we're going to wear in 200 years.
Definitely.
Just like a lot of silvery stuff. I don't, was it just because he's hungry?
My God. Have you guys seen, okay, this is like sort of off topic. There are these 2 YouTube videos called USS Balenciaga, and one is for TNG and one is for TOS, and someone with AI like put all the cast in different like crazy looking Balenciaga dresses and then makes their voice say things like, report me for dripping in too much Balenciaga. It's so crazy. Anyway, Star Trek weird future fashion actually can fit like certain runway situations.
It's true.
They like intersperse it with people actually wearing like ridiculous fur costumes that look like tribbles. It's really good.
Better be fake fur. Probably pissed.
I really appreciate that the casual wear on Battlestar Galactica has the same vibe. I mean, it's a few years off, but it's got the same vibe as Enterprise. Like their casual wear on both shows is very early aughts. Like missing a couple of butterfly clips, but like aside from that, it's pretty on point.
Totally. Like the shimmer lip gloss.
Absolutely.
I was like, what is the shimmer lip gloss budget on Battlestar? That's like so funny.
So look, our good buddy John Orchiola, who is back of the head in the live chat, and he writes for Screen Rant. He covers Star Trek and AEW. There must have been some kind of crazy AEW wrestling pay-per-view the other day, because John was sending me all kinds of crazy matches and battles and all that. I'm like, okay, this has got to be some kind of pay-per-view event that's amazing. Anyway, the point is, he says the BSG miniseries was 2003.
I know.
Right.
Interesting. So I guess it's ballpark 20 years.
They kind of almost celebrate 2 separate anniversaries for it. Like
that's great.
Yeah.
Now they get 2 rather than having to stick to 1.
Yeah.
But it almost feels like, I mean, 2004 is the series.
Yeah.
There was a mini series and there was the series that kicked off in 2004.
Because the like pilot thing, 3 hours, was actually like in December 2003, so it's almost.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, kind of 2003, but like the show.
Jenny, who's your favorite Battlestar Galactica character?
Doc Coddle. I love Doc Coddle so much.
I'm like the little old guy.
The Doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like don't know all their names yet.
I love him. I love, I mean, honestly, it fluctuates. It really fluctuates as the show goes on because you're like, this is my favorite character. And then you're like, oh, wait, no, they're not anymore.
Right.
Gayla, or however you say it. Like
Gata.
the episode, yes, when they show him like
Gata,
taking
yeah.
that yellow dog dish, water
Mhm.
dish, I was like, oh my God, he has my heart. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, Gata.
For
He was
now.
really good. There was some as the series continues, you go, okay, now I'm watching this guy.
Yeah.
I remember that. I really liked
Yeah.
Ellen too. She was cool.
Mhm.
I'm like a huge Stand and Deliver fan, and so I love that like Captain Adama was like in so many like 90s movies,
Mhm.
and also well, I mean Selena, he's Selena's
Oh,
dad.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Mhm.
I really liked Candace, what's her name? Candace something plays the younger Adama's like girlfriend for a while. What's her name? What character is that?
I never
Oh,
Sorry, it's been like over
Duala?
10. Duala, that's her
Duala.
name?
Yeah.
Duodenum. God, no wonder I didn't remember.
Duala, like not
Dua?
Duala, but like Duala. Yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's amazing. What's his face? Oh gosh, Athena,
Oh
and
yeah,
why can't I remember his name?
Hilo?
Hilo.
Yeah,
Hilo, consistently good. We love Hilo. I mean,
so sweet.
more or less.
He's such a sweetheart.
He is.
All right. I guess we could
uh,
talk about that forever, but basically,
Okay, bye.
let's close out this poll because this is a big deal. So the question was Battlestar Galactica convention. It's not really a question, but 30% of you said, hey, just Trek for me. No big deal, but that's my thing. 34% of you said, interesting. And also 34% of you said, big news. So definitely very favorable. That means 68% of you were favorable to this news. That is big time. That's cool.
I'm just so surprised. I had no idea like they could still get Adama and the president. I thought they're too big and probably like retired by now. So then when I saw this like come on my phone, I was like, what? Amazing announcement.
I saw her and Gates McFadden at a show sometime over last winter, and the two of them together were like with their like silver streaks and they were fabulous. Fabulous.
Wow.
Sorry, I just got distracted there because my cat was scooching on the floor and I'm like, I think everything's okay.
What do you mean by scooching?
Like scooching.
Oh no.
Like,
Did your cat have a Klingon?
He's an old guy.
Okay. This is very old news, everybody. But I just saw this. It's big news to me because, well, first of all, it's just this cool thing. Our good buddy Aaron Harvey did a fun little tweet. Check this out. It's been a while since I've done Star Trek Discovery fan art, but check this out. JJ Lendl does a lot of this. A lot of people do a lot of this, but here's some Aaron Harvey work. Pretty nice.
Awesome.
Pretty fun. For Face the Strange. Pretty fun. Look, there's Arium hiding in there. Good stuff. Golden Gate Bridge. But
There's
then I couldn't help but like, oh yeah, spider, nice. I couldn't help but say, what else is going on here? And sometimes you miss things on the internet. It's weird, but there's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah.
And so check this one out. This is very funny. Happy birthday to Mr. John Champion. Set phasers to fun to boldly celebrate.
This is my favorite thing.
Look at this. John Champion. Your birthday is landing.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Excellent.
That's kind of brilliant. Gosh, those colors are gorgeous.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah. Huh.
Anyway,
it never gets old.
It's a week.
That's why I bought the
that's a week old.
For it. Starship is landing. I was like, that was my first official Star Trek purchase ever.
Wow.
That's right.
I sent them to Brie Belkey too.
Amazing. The gift that keeps on giving.
Funny. Those are going to be worth a lot in the future.
Amazingly, yes.
Yeah.
All right, everybody in the live chat right now, are we going to go to news item 1, news item 2, or news item 3 next? Give us a 1, a 2, or a 3. The first one of those numbers to get 3 votes is what's next in the live chat. We're gonna change it up. Star Trek Tuesdays are fun days.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is that a Star Trek holiday I didn't know about? Okay, remember the Voyager episode when they do Ancestors Eve in episode 1159? I just saw somebody yesterday tweet Happy Ancestors Eve, everybody. So I'm like, wait, did they do like math about the release date and that's today?
Ooh.
If so, I need to start celebrating for years to come.
3 has 3.
3 has
seems
3.
to be winning, yeah. Oh, Robert Kaiser just dropped like 7 threes in a row.
Just quit.
That disqualifies it.
Yeah.
That was like when I used to wait on tables, when I used to be slinging pot pies and iced teas all day long for pennies on the dollar.
Yes.
I don't even think that makes sense, but I had a rule where if somebody asked for like a modification, they would say, "Oh, can I have that with no butter?" For example. I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And they said, "And no butter." Right, you got it. If they said it a third time, not going to happen. Twice, once, after two times, you just canceled yourself out. You said it too many times. You broke my brain. So sorry. You say it twice, we're going to let it go. You say it thrice or 4 times.
Yeah.
Hey, so, there's butter. You should have told me. You should have. Why didn't you you should have told me more times. Anyway, so Robert Kaiser just canceled out number 3 is my point.
Amazing.
By putting 3 7 times.
But 3 other different people put 3 just once.
Yes.
And Joshua Reeves says 3 is a magic number, and I have to agree.
All right, then we are going with number 3. Here it is.
Magic.
This is from Chicago's very own WGN 9 Morning News, because everybody knows we always go to WGN Morning News for our Star Trek information.
Absolutely.
Star Trek's Jonathan
Well,
Frakes.
this is why it's so cool, because it's like anytime Star Trek or Star Trek actors like penetrate more like broad stream things, I always take note because that's huge. I was like, WGN, whoa, cool.
Completely agree. Look, if Trek Core or Trek Movie or all of these other guys or Star Trek on CBR or Screen Rant, they're all great. It's all amazing. But when it gets mainstream, that's when you kind of feel a little proud of our little buddy Star Trek. We're like, you did it.
Yeah.
You went mainstream into WGN News. So anyway, what this is it says Star Trek's Jonathan Frakes on upcoming PanCAN.
Nailed it.
I'm surprised they didn't put pancake. Purple Stride Walk. So Amory, you want to just tell us what this is about so we avoid typos?
Basically, it's just they just interviewed him as the spokesperson for the upcoming PanCAN Purple Stride 2024 walk, which is on Saturday. And I think they're just like 60 different cities around the country doing it. And so they had him on to interview him, and they gave the link you can donate. So like I sent you the link separately, which they've now like surpassed their 100% of their goal. So it's going very well.
That's awesome.
I can't wait to see pictures of it on Saturday.
Trek fans show up.
Oh, do they ever? Look at this. $168,000. What the Star Trek?
So awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Holy Miss Molly.
Yeah.
So this reads, and this is Trek Against Pancreatic Cancer. Can we just point out this incredible group of humans? Armin Shimmerman, Kitty Swink, Jonathan Frakes, John Billingsley, Juan Carlos Cotto, brother of Manny Cotto, who we lost recently. Very sad, and I think it's so amazing that he is doing this in honor of his amazing brother, who we were very fortunate to have as a showrunner for a couple seasons of Star Trek Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish it got a fifth
My
season.
opinion is they should like, so in med school, they would have oftentimes like family survivors or else families of survivors come in to speak about like different diseases or different surgeries undergone or
Mhm.
just, I mean, varieties of things, but it was so insightful to hear from people. And this was the first one I ever heard like that about pancreatic cancer. And I was like, I mean, I used to operate on it every day, but like this was, I mean, hearing from them and that side of things was so inspirational and amazing. I was just like, wow, this should be required
Yeah.
Yeah.
viewing everywhere. So
Mhm.
good.
Mm.
Melissa, I think you might participate in PanCAN, right?
Not this year.
Oh,
I
nuts.
do want to participate. It's just life gets in the way sometimes, you know.
It does. So what that means, everybody, there are a lot of people that cannot participate because life and because geography.
Yeah.
But what you can do is you can share these links around.
Right.
You can donate, even if you donate $1 or $1 million, whatever you got. And if you've got nothing to give, you can still share it. You can still post it. You can still email it to people. And that kind of stuff helps so much. So look, everybody, you know, those are your marching orders. We will put the link in the live chat right now for everybody
I shared
to
it.
be sure to support that. God, Anne-Marie's so good.
And oh, Dave Gregory's he's walking in Atlanta
Yes.
during Urban
Oh,
NerdCon.
awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Love it. So let's read a little bit of their story here, just so people can get a better idea. I'll pull this up.
And we had this group on as part of Virtual TrekCon, which I watched their panel a few times on like I did my own replay. It was so good.
Quote, "The human race is a remarkable creature, one with great potential, and I hope that Star Trek has helped to show us what we can be if we believe in ourselves and our abilities." That is the late Gene Roddenberry, creator of Star Trek. All right.
That guy.
It continues, "A better world, a brighter future, no disease or suffering, limitless possibility, hope. These were all part of Gene Roddenberry's vision of Star Trek. They also run parallel to PanCAN's vision to create a world in which every patient with pancreatic cancer will thrive. The three of us, Armin, Kitty, and Jonathan, joined forces with PanCAN 3 years ago. Last year, John Billingsley joined our team. We were overwhelmed with what we were able to accomplish. This year, we are joined by Juan Carlos Cotto. Welcome, JC. So we're back to raise money, raise awareness, and raise hope, as well as the pancreatic cancer survival rate as part of PanCAN Purple Stride 2024. Yeah, recently it had gone up considerably, almost like tripled. Kitty Swink herself beat the odds in a miraculous way several years back, and now she's like a knight in shining armor, just like a beacon of hope. She's a force of nature.
She really is.
So yeah, we did do a panel on these guys at VTC 5.
Yeah.
5.
Yep.
I know.
Have we really done 5 already? It's amazing.
And it really goes to show what these charities can actually do, you know, like the change that they can actually make, the progress that can be made, you know, with that funding and with, you know, people supporting them.
Well, yeah, and to allude to what Anne-Marie was saying and what they were saying during the panel is that it goes to help the people who are struggling with pancreatic cancer, but also the people who are their caregivers and their support system. So that's huge. And
to understand like the research trials and make sense of like which ones to be a part of and basically how to advocate for yourself. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Oh, you're on mute.
Am I sorry? I just can't get over that number.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's incredible.
$168,000 from these
Wonderful.
little titans.
hmm
So everybody, we put the link in the description box, sorry, in the live chat. So make sure you click on that, click around, make sure you share it, and hey, maybe donate something. What do you say?
Mhm.
What about if that
Yeah.
something is money? All right. I guess that's all we have to say about that. Before we go, though, let's talk about how their team, the Trek Against Pancreatic Cancer, is doing against the other teams. It's not a competition.
For Kitty,
Everybody,
it is.
everybody, yeah,
Nice.
everybody is welcome. But let's just check in on if it were a competition. Let's just check in on it.
If it
PanCAN
were.
Purple Stride. Let's see. Oh, Team BJ.
Oh,
Um,
now I want berries.
yeah, as raised 12,000. Okay. And
Hmm.
then whoa, Trek again. I guess they're winning. Trek Against Pancreatic Cancer.
Oh, well,
But-
oh my God.
Hey, who are these berries, people?
Whoa.
Premier
I'm not gonna-
sponsor.
now I need to
Harry's
Google them.
Berries.
Harry's berries.
Team BJ, Harry's Berries.
But Harry's Berries sponsored both of them.
Oh, is that?
Both teams.
I know, but
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you're right.
Harry's Berries.
yeah.
Team BJ.
Ooh, their berries look good.
Harry's berries look good.
And Marie's going to join Team BJ now.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? They deserve an Instagram follow. Oh my gosh.
That's true.
Wow. The strawberries look amazing.
That's it. We've lost Anne Marie, you guys. She's going to go down the rabbit hole of Harry's Berries Instagram.
Yeah.
We've
Bye.
lost her. She's looking at all the different varieties of
Oh
berries
my
now.
gosh. Yum. They do strawberry everything. I love strawberries.
Yeah.
Shout out to our good friend War Dog Heim, who sent Melissa, myself, and Sirach Lofton a whole bunch of Huckleberry stuff.
Oh my
Huckleberry
gosh.
chocolate, Huckleberry jam, Huckleberry berries, I guess. I don't know.
Taffy.
Huckleberry Hound.
Oh.
And licorice.
I think you got the taffy, didn't you?
The Huckleberry Fairy.
Did I get the taffy?
I don't know. I know I didn't. Otherwise, I would have eaten that out of that.
I got strawberry taffy
Sounds amazing.
from him. And then huckleberry licorice.
I want that too.
Oh, it was Buckleberry Fairy, not Huckleberry Fairy.
Yeah,
It
that's right.
was
It goes like this. It
pretty
goes
fantastic.
zoom in. Huckleberry Fairy. Right?
Although
Yeah.
my roommates picked up some huckleberry taffy in Oregon on a trip, and they are out of this world. They're too delicious. They are too delicious. Oh my gosh.
I just love a berry.
Yeah.
Me too.
We should say that
Love
should
a
be their
berry.
logo. They should be like Huckleberry is our jam.
Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay.
You know, I went to brunch at the Plaza Hotel one time, way back in the
Ooh,
day.
I did that a few weeks ago.
It's so good.
So
And
fun.
I went, and the guy that I was with bought me brunch. It's like what it was, at that point, it was like $60 a plate, and all I ate was berries. I ate plates and plates of berries because I was like, "They're
Wow.
berries." And he was like, "You're
Ooh.
only having berries. What's wrong with you?" And I
Ooh.
was like,
I did high tea, so I could have cucumber sandwiches like Jane did.
"Nice. I like that. That's awesome." Mhm.
This is
Very-
fun too,
yeah.
everybody.
What's fun?
Everybody, what did you do yesterday? What did you do yesterday?
What did I do yesterday?
I know what the Ciscos did.
Oh,
They reminded
Oh my
you
god!
Oh my
to
God.
celebrate Earth Day with the
Loved
Ciscos,
that.
Avery Brooks
It's so
and
good.
Sirach Lofton,
yes.
who remind you that it's easy to do your part to
Okay,
help
the
the
big help.
planet.
This commercial, I remember this commercial when it came out. It's like shared clean fix because we can't give due. The big
I had
help's big
never seen
because
that
of
before.
you.
That's amazing.
It's so
It's
good.
so
The
great.
big help.
Well, then maybe we should watch it.
You should
See
watch
what
it.
happens.
It's
Yeah.
so cute.
Mhm.
Here we go.
Baby Sirach.
He's so nice.
I'm Avery Brooks, Captain Sisko of Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
And I'm Sirach Lofton. I play Jake Sisko.
Aw.
You know, being on a space station is kind of like being on a planet.
They both have limited fuel, oxygen, and water.
And everybody has the responsibility to use these resources carefully.
All you have to do is tell your family to recycle.
And be energy conscious around your house.
Yeah, turning off lights that aren't in use or taking shorter showers.
There are several things we can do to keep this Earth running clean and lean.
All it takes is a little help.
And that's a big help.
You guys,
Wait,
with
did you
that
turn it
Deep
off when
Space
they
Nine,
did the rap?
with that Deep Space Nine music behind it, it
I
was
know.
so sweet.
know.
So sweet.
Wait, there's a
Oh,
rap
wow.
at the end, Anne-Marie?
That's what the thing is. That's what they used to end every commercial for the big help, like shared clean fix because we can't give due. The big help's big because of you.
No,
I was like such a Nick kid.
I don't like
So good. Oh my God. I remember when that aired, I was like,
I don't remember that at all. That's
That's
amazing,
amazing.
though.
No,
That
I've
was
never
the
seen it
first
before.
time I had seen that video too.
I only saw it last
share
year
it
when it was
every year
tweeted
for
for the
Earth Day.
first time.
Yeah.
no, it's been tweeted. I think somebody like unearthed it like in
Mhm.
2019 or 2020 for Earth Day.
I only saw it.
And
I'm
I
saying
was
I only
like-
saw it the first time like last year, I think.
And you know what I
So
love about
good.
it? They showed up for that. Like,
Yes.
they
love
didn't
it.
just deliver those lines. They like
Right.
lived those lines.
Yes.
That was
So
awesome.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh, what a
Somebody
great
should
amazing
tell Sirach
piece
that we
of-
found this video.
Agreed.
Yes.
Oh well, we'll see if we're gonna
You should put that
Pick.
back on his demo reel.
Yeah.
pick
No?
Kyle Gray Young in the live chat. It's your job to make sure Sirach Lofton sees this video. Who says, "I love his space sweaters." It's got to be
Yeah.
talking about
Yep.
Sirach.
Mhm.
Joel says, "Asymmetric shirts for the win."
Oh yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely.
So that's great stuff. Whoa. Kale Bliss Dish says Huckleberry margaritas in
Wow.
Tumalo, Oregon.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'd buy that for $1. It's a RoboCop quote. All right. Up next, we've got more news for you. I think let's do this one. This is fun. So much to choose from which to choose. Sorry. Here's the big news from cinemablend.com. Seth MacFarlane hinted at the Orville's return again. Now CinemaBlend is an I. Now I'm confused about the franchise's future. By Mick Jost, friend of the show. Mick Jost, we loved him when he
Yeah.
came on the show. This guy's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay. First things first. Anne-Marie, why is he confused about the show's future if Seth
Just because
MacFarlane
it's-
himself is
well,
saying?
Just because it's weird that we haven't gotten an official thing, but he is the biggest person that I've seen like write this up so far. And he kind of like delves into the specifics about where things have been said. Essentially, I guess that Seth MacFarlane clip that we talked a little bit about on Star Trek and Chill on Friday, where he's talking about like how it's not over yet and he plans to work on season 4. That was on that guy Mike Henry's show, isn't he Cleveland on Family Guy? But anyway. So, I mean, it's just he just like compiles some of the facts like that.
Huh.
But it's the biggest, like the other place that it's been written up is like that fan-sided site, Winter is Coming, but I just feel like Cinema Blend
Right.
is so reputable. So it's nice starting to see this like get picked up in bigger venues.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, let's read a little bit of this stuff because we're nothing if not thorough.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Go see my doctor. He's very good and thorough.
You know, it's not thorough.
Isn't that the Big Lebowski?
Oh, there we go.
I think.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it says,
Arnold Schwarzenegger popped into my head.
Choppa. The Orville fans have been waiting to hear news about a season 4 renewal for a while now. Despite promising updates and a shout out from NASA, official news has yet to arrive on that front. There is a positive update to report, though, which comes courtesy of series producer and lead actor Seth MacFarlane. However, it also leaves me confused about the franchise's future. It should come as no surprise that Seth MacFarlane continues to beat the drum that keeps hope for the Orville's future alive, despite the long wait for a renewal. Positive comments from people like the actor-producer are sure to keep fans optimistic. Still, though, MacFarlane's latest sentiments indicate that the show might not be finished. You may be like me in that you want, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
Still, though MacFarlane's latest sentiments indicate that the show might not be finished, you may be like me in that you want to know exactly what he means. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel like there has been a change because it's only recently that he's made comments that give like that much hope. That plus like the mission log, the Orville post, because I feel like he was sort of blowing it off and evading the question when it had come up, like leading till the past few months. But I'm like, hashtag officially renew the Orville.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got Seth MacFarlane himself saying it, that's
That's like
as
pretty,
good as a confirmation.
Yeah,
that's
that
a
and like
confirmation.
super reputable mission log.
Well, I think his exact quote was, well, there's something to be interpreted in that. Maybe it's not an exact confirmation just yet. Because he says, where is it? His exact quote. Here it is. Here's where it gets crazy, everybody. MacFarlane says, quote, "The Orville was a passion project. I say was, but I don't really mean was because there will be more."
Right.
So the optimist says, done deal. Season 4 is happening. He literally just said there will be more. That's it. However, the skeptic says,
Do not even say comic book or book.
Could be comic book, could be video game, could
be
be
movie.
toys, could be movie.
Ooh.
Could be musical theater. That gave me gas just thinking
It
about
already is like a little bit of a mix.
So
That's why I saw Mike Jackson at
it's
the
possible.
sing-along show too. I mean, I like that he also Mick also compares it to like a comment from the most recent comment he has is January. And in January, he just said, "How do I answer this question? It is not officially over yet." No.
Right.
Like, so I feel like this is a little bit more confident.
So maybe their
I
negotiations
just feel like
are
it
going
helps
on.
I feel like it helps sharing these kind of articles to catch like attention of like every time an article gets done, it sort of catches the attention of like other journalists.
Yeah.
And then it gets more clicks, and then the networks see that.
Yeah, that's Anne Marie's secret favorite thing to tell me. She's like, all it takes is one article to pick up a story, and then they all pounce.
Yes.
They pounce on it like hyenas.
It's true.
So hopefully this will string along, everybody else. It's gonna bring everybody in to go, wait, what? Orville, and then they're all gonna have their own
this to me
interpretation of it.
Like, I mean, it seems like a huge comment.
Yeah.
And especially in the context of that mission log post.
Melissa Longo, everybody knows you as a mathematician. So, well, mathematician is too broad. Statistician is what you really are.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. So, in your opinion, which is basically fact, what percentage would you put that a season 4 of the Orville will happen? So she's calculating. Everybody at home, let her calculate. It takes a second because there's a lot of variables. Go ahead.
There are a lot of variables, and anything can happen. But Seth saying such things puts it over the 50-50 line for me, I think. It definitely bumps it up to 70, maybe 80%. Because anything could happen, but it could be more Orville in a way that we might not think of it yet.
Now I know that when
seasons or a streaming season, but it could be, or it could be a streaming movie like Star Trek.
Now I know that when NASA and for example the government of Switzerland hire you and pay you to give them a statistic, they definitely don't do it for you to give them a maybe 70, maybe 80. I believe that you give them an exact number.
Okay, 77%.
That's the Melissa we know. What about you, Jenny? Amateur statistician yourself.
It's true. It is true.
What percentage would you give it? And everybody at home, guess what? Please let us know. On a scale of 0 to 100%, what would you rate the odds are that season 4 of the Orville will happen? And for extra credit, how many episodes will it be? What do you got for us, Jenny?
I mean, I'm a little less optimistic myself. Just because, I've been burned a couple of times on this whole thing where people keep saying stuff's happening and then it's not happening. So I'm going to call it like
Legacy.
True.
Yeah.
Star Trek 4.
Anyway, I'm going to call it, let's call it a solid 69.
Ooh. Harry's Berries and that team.
Team
Peach.
Robert Kaiser knows what show he's on. He says 47%, but he would have said that to anything.
Nice.
We could have said, is it going to rain in Austria tomorrow? He'd be like 47%.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I'm close to Jenny, but less vulgar. I'm going to say 64% is where I'm going to go. I'm going to go 64. Didn't vulgar originally come from, I was going to say originate, but then I would say originally originate, which would be just stupid. Didn't it originally come from Bulgarians, right? Because no, I mean like, yeah, was it the Roman Empire or something? They would call, the Bulgars vulgar. And so the word vulgar, I think somebody checked me on this.
Vulgari?
Well, because what they meant was when these guys are, the words that they use are, like lesser or lower or
Latin.
Gross,
It's from Latin meaning common people.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And those common people were Bulgarian. I hope.
Well, Spanish speakers say B instead of V, like my mother says, don't be so vulgar instead of saying so vulgar.
That's so interesting. Oh, I love when languages do that.
It has something to do with ordinary common people using ordinary calculations, but I don't know what are these ordinary calculations.
Everyone's a statistic.
It's so vulgar.
Oh, I like to eat vulgar. It's delicious.
It is close to that. Looks like it did come from the word bulgar, but that's a Turkish word, not meaning the Bulgarians necessarily. It looks like I'll have to dig deeper, but now I'm going down the rabbit hole. Where the question is, are
Was
Bulgarians
Bulgarian
descended
even
from
a-
Thracians? Wow, that
I'm
sounds
like,
fun.
when did that country even get established
Oh,
and named?
Geek Filter is in the live chat, and we shared his poster.
Hey.
That's probably why he's there. Somebody tweeted him and was like, dude,
Oh.
bro, they're talking about you. And then he shows up and he's like, nah, this is just Ryan making crap up about the word vulgar that's not even relevant to anything. Anyway, let's get back on track here.
Anyway,
We were
These are
talking about the
important
Orville.
conversations.
we were talking about the Orville.
I think we're missing the piece of like, what are Seth's current projects? Like, for example, like, I didn't even bother thinking about this when he was busy with Ted. And then
Right.
also, like, a few years ago, I would have said 100% if Seth wants to do it. But I also don't know, like, what is his cachet with, like, with Hulu and Disney now? It seems like he was so hot back when Orville was in season 4 or season 3. So I just don't know. I just don't know. Like, I don't know how successful Ted was. I don't know, like, where he stands.
I just found out about Ted like a week ago.
Well, I mostly know about it because Tom Costantino worked on it. So he was always sharing. Like, I mean, it
Friend
sounds
of the
really
show.
cool, but yeah.
Let's read some people's percentages here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Lucia says 10% chance.
Mm.
Joel says 62.39%. This guy knows too much. Robert Kaiser, of course, says 47%. Lucia says 10% again. Pat B from the mountains of Jamaica says 80%. Kale Bliss says 42%. John Galgano, that's a fun name, says 40%. Our good buddy John Orchiola in the live chat, what does John Galgano make you think of?
Oh,
John Galgano, that's very close to a name we recognize. Joshua Reeve says 33% chance season, 33% chance movie, 34% nothing, 10 episodes. Wow, good stuff.
Wow.
Mayborello says 88%, 10 episodes. Dead Purple agrees with Melissa. She says 77%.
Nice. Yes.
Aaron Mulkey had a really interesting point. He says
Roman says 100%. Go ahead.
Wow. Aaron Mulkey says, I think Seth said at one point he wanted them to kill off his character and for the show to continue without him.
Whoa.
Wow.
What's up, Aaron Waltke in the live chat? It's been a long time. I've had a
Yeah.
conspiracy theory, Aaron, that since you haven't been in the live chat for a while, I'm like,
I made this theory up.
he's
working on Prodigy season 3.
Yeah, he's got to be working on Prodigy season 3.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, that's kind of sad though. Like that we just assumed that just because somebody's not here, that we're like, oh, it's
clearly
got to be doing.
Yeah.
He just took a break to go to William Shatner's birthday party with Ben Harrison. But other than that, he's been working on season 3.
He's been working on other projects. He's like, I do other stuff other than Star Trek.
Because I have followed the Substack, which is so good. There is a lot going on.
Wow, good stuff. What is the project? Do you know offhand?
I think he hasn't shared the name. I think I just read it Sunday night.
Secret project. Okay.
Interesting.
Anne-Marie, did you give us your percentage for the Orville season 4?
It's 100, or I'd say it's 95% of Seth wants it.
You got insider information, huh?
Remember? Because I dated that guy who was high up at Hulu. And he said anything Seth wants, Seth can have. So it's
you need to date somebody at Netflix and find out what's going on with Prodigy season 2.
Yes.
Aaron Walke says, I've mostly been working on raising a baby.
Oh my God, the cutest little baby. Oh, the baby with an IMDb page. So cute.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, didn't you favorite Ramona yet?
I don't know anything.
Dude.
She's watching on TV with him right now, and he says, also, I am working on secret projects.
Yeah.
Aha. That's the Aaron J. Waltke we know.
Exactly.
Welcome back, Aaron. Did Back of the Head tell us who Johnny Galgano? Yeah, there it is. Johnny Gargano, aka Johnny Wrestling. This guy knows. All right, so that's the Orville news. It's very big. It sounds like it's gonna happen. Also, everybody that you talk to about the Orville, everybody has their own story of like, I talked to somebody that knows something or that knows Seth, or I talked to somebody that worked on the production design in season 2, or I talked to, everybody knows somebody and everybody is saying it's going to happen. The whispers are everywhere and nobody's saying, nah, I talked to somebody and they said, nah, it's not. That's it. It's over.
Also, like Mission Log, Orville goes to Christmas parties at Seth's house. So like and it's not like Roddenberry Network like just reports like any gossip they hear. So that is pretty high up in my level of credibility. Okay. And I'm sharing Aaron Walke's Substack because it's so good.
Nice. Let's look at it.
Oh man, Aaron's trying to like rebuke my theory. He says I picked my daughter up from daycare right when your show starts. Okay. So
Better late than never. Hailing frequencies.
It's so good.
The briefest of briefings. Nice. This one's about boxer shorts. Run the marathon.
Hey,
Channel
there's
open.
Ben from Greatest Generation.
Where, this one?
Yeah, that's at William Shatner's birthday party.
Nice.
I love that guy.
So anyway, everybody check that out. It's aaronwaltke.substack.com. aaronwaltke.substack.com for all the juicy nuggets on this incredible writer. He'll share you some rumors. Keep you updated on things.
And somebody says we should get PJ from Egotastic Funtime on. We have had him on. He was part of Virtual Trek on.
Was it one? It was, huh? We do too much stuff.
Back in the old days.
I know. It's weird that the old days was only 4 years ago.
I know.
Oh my God. I was like watching the news today and there's like rumors of another rapture that was supposed to be today. And I'm like, oh my God, they're like 4 raptures a week now.
Today was supposed to be the rapture? I thought the eclipse day was supposed to be the rapture.
The Toronto Raptures.
Oh my God. I'm like, at what point did that word lose meaning?
That's the first thing I saw when I
Eclipse. A bunch of people cosplayed like a cult. And they all wore like linen colored clothes and were like taking pictures.
Yeah.
Rain.
Isn't a rapture like when like the earth opens up and swallows everybody or something like that? What is a rapture?
When all the good people get
sucked up into the mothership.
Yeah.
Oh, so how do we know that a rapture didn't happen?
Because if the rapture happens, all their clothes and stuff are going to be left behind.
Yes.
What if we're all bad people? Is what I'm saying. What if there were like
that's an interesting question, isn't it?
People that actually went up, and then everybody else was like, "Guess it didn't happen." And they're like, "Nah, we're magical beings
doing
now."
Here?
They were just out hiking, and now they presumed, that they were eaten by a mountain lion.
Imagine if you like, and they're like old clothes on the sidewalk.
Those true crime podcasts where they talk about the people who are never heard from again. So maybe the raptures are happening, and that's why we've never heard from them again.
That would be a much better outcome, I think.
Yeah. Well, maybe depending.
Yeah. Yes.
We just got a piece of information here. Our friend Katie in the live chat says the rapture isn't even biblical.
Ooh.
Katie, what's it from?
What
are we talking about here then? What's it? Is it just from bumper stickers?
From sci-fi?
Oh, because is the rapture not in Revelations? I talk about this as though I know what I'm talking about. I do not.
I think it's in Deuteronomy.
I like that word.
Yeah, me too. It's in cats.
Yes.
My favorite Bible thing is Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
Oh my my
I
God.
studied
I had a
it
cat named
well.
McCavity. Yes.
I had a cat named Rum Tum Tugger.
Everybody, I think we're going to end the show early tonight. No reason, just that Melissa and Jenny are on Quaaludes. But other than that, let's. Other than that, no reason at all. All right. So I don't know how we got to all that, but okay. Katie says an American evangelical minister came up with it and twisted scripture. Oh,
Classic.
interesting. And then it's just kind of everybody's just taking it from there, and it just keeps going. I don't know.
Mostly
I don't know. Mark
cults.
Zuckov, you can Wikipedia it on your own time.
I don't remember. I don't think that humans usually interpret things in their own way, though.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
Bob
right.
D says
One
when
side
the
memory
earth
alpha
opens
is my
up.
Bible. Same.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Oh my
Bob D
God.
says when the
Actually,
earth opens up, he says, no, that's a rupture. That's a rupture. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's those guys with the long claws on their feet.
Mhm.
but then I just memory alpha my Bible.
Nice.
Of course, there's an entry.
Of course there is.
Oh my God. The Bible was a very influential book in Earth history. Oh my God. New York Times
Ain't that the
bestseller.
truth?
It sure is.
I
Oh
mean,
my
but so
God.
is
Oh my God.
Dianetics,
Wait,
right?
listen to this. Humans use the word Bible to
Nice.
describe words of similar influence among
Right.
other
That
societies.
was awesome.
Examples include Chicago mobs of the 20s. Another
Yeah.
example of like a Bible in another society. From a piece of the action. Too funny.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody in the live chat, let us know who sings that song, Everybody Wants a Piece of the Action. And then it says, Everybody Wants a Piece of the Pie. It's like an 80s hair band.
Yeah.
Like Quiet Riot or Twisted Sister or Needle Nose, I don't know, Cinderella, one of those kind of things.
Ooh, Cinderella.
Hmm.
One of those lesser known bands.
Mhm.
Anyway, let's get into the next gigantic news item, everybody, because this is big time.
Ooh.
This is big time for those of you that like this kind of stuff, and that's all of us. This is from deadline.com, so you know it's legit. For All Mankind
Ooh.
renewed for season 5, Apple expands universe with spin-off series called
Yes.
Star City.
Hey,
Crazy.
What?
Amazing. Oh
That's
my God.
gigantic.
Yes.
That is
a
gigantic.
spin-off? I mean, that's huge. So the spin-off, also Star City, I'm not sure like if it'll be like the same timeline for both, but Star City is like the Moscow equivalent to NASA in the show.
Yeah, they're actually, I heard, it's just what I heard,
Okay.
that they have another spin-off coming, and it's going to come out at the same time. It's going to be called Hutch. Both of them are going to come out at the same time, Star City and Hutch.
Amazing.
So,
But it's like
That was a
extra
lot of work.
exciting since like Ronald
Oh
D.
my
Moore is going to be
gosh.
at STLV, so I'm sure.
Oh,
we'll, like,
that's so awesome.
mention it
Yeah,
on
that's
stage.
fantastic.
a
Yeah.
panel I will absolutely be at.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, seriously.
whoa.
Plus,
So,
like Bradley Thompson and David Weddle, and especially because I'm
Yes.
watching Battlestar right now.
Mhm.
Like, it is so like every episode blows my mind because I'm such a massive For All Mankind fan. I'm such a massive Star Trek fan, and
Mhm.
it's so obviously like written by them, but in
Mhm.
between the two. And
Yeah.
so like you're
Mm.
seeing the evolution of their writing. It's so fantastic.
Hmm.
wow. So, let's see. Kyle Gray Young and Mark Zutkoff both agree the song is called Action by Sweet.
Oh.
1975.
Oh.
Wow.
Whoa.
Amazing.
Does
Wow.
Sweet
Like-
also sing Fox on the Run? Am I crazy?
I don't know that one. I know Band on the Run by Paul McCartney's Wings. That's a great song.
Different. But yes, it is. It really is.
Fox on the Run.
Fox on the Run. It's on the Dazed and Confused soundtrack.
Anyway,
Ooh.
so back to For All
Soundtracks.
I know, me too.
Mankind, fam. This is big news because I think the biggest news about this is that they are doing a spinoff. I
That's
mean,
so cool.
they're turning into their own Star Trek now, where they're
Yeah.
like not just doing a great successful series, they're building up this franchise.
Mhm.
That's like a baller move for Apple to do too.
Yes,
I don't know if any of their other
is.
shows have become spin-offed yet.
Yeah, that's a first for
I don't
Apple,
know.
isn't it?
I know there's talk about it with Ted Lasso, but
Oh.
yeah, as far as I know, it's just amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Apple's like, you know what? We've got some like wiggle room here. We're gonna make some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Keep it
Yeah.
on the air. And then make
Mark-
more
And
of
keep
it.
it on the air. Yes.
Mark Zutkoff and Robert Kaiser again agree that Sweet did Fox on the Run.
Yes.
And also
Oh,
Ballroom
and
Blitz.
Ballroom Blitz. Okay.
I know that song.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yes.
So-
Fox on the Run. I'm gonna listen to it.
Nice.
Me too.
So what's really interesting is that so John Orville just reminded me that yes, they did cover it in the article. So basically, For All Mankind starts in season 1 with like a space race. And I'm just gonna spoil it and say that like the premise of the show is what if the Russians got to space before the US?
Mm.
And then the alternate timeline from our timeline like splits off from there. So like over time it's like this. And so Star City is gonna be season 1 of For All Mankind, but from the Russian point of view, or like the Soviet
So
point of
cool.
view, which is a genius way, like John Orville says, a genius way to bring old characters back.
That's
Mhm.
amazing. But
And
however,
who's like a reporter back then is Hoshi, Linda Park.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
however, I just listened to a few songs of Fox on the Run.
Fox on the Run is
I
I
amazing.
do know that song, and it's a fantastic
It's a banger.
song.
I love that song.
Oh,
It's a banger.
it is
Yeah.
a banger.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's a hard banger, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody go listen to.
Yeah, only not like that, but better.
All right, whatever. We don't.
So good.
Let's do it, everybody. Let's make this unmonetizable. You've earned it. Come on. This
That
is too
hair.
good.
That hair is
That is
amazing.
too-
Yeah.
That is
Oh my god, it's so good.
a party song, man.
Mhm.
You can move to that.
I
Everybody
think
at home.
I
if-
need to add that to my workout playlist.
It's-
You do.
Yeah.
If you've heard that song before, you're going, oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great song. And if
Yeah.
you haven't, you're probably going, I don't know, I'll check it out. Check
Mhm.
it out.
So good.
Anyway, so sorry, Anne Marie, you were saying.
Oh, I was just reading some more. I didn't realize that it's like both series are produced by Apple TV, but by Sony Pictures Television. Which
Oh,
is fascinating.
interesting.
Seems like
That
Sony's
is.
like really like
Mhm.
expanding their series collection.
And did we see that Sony's kind of poking around
Sniffing around
Paramount?
Paramount. Mhm.
That would be
Pokey poke.
a good poke,
Yes.
I think. A good poke, because I like Sony too.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they're not a bad option. Ooh,
Yeah.
my arm disappeared.
Ugh. And there's something about For All Mankind, I always feel like it comes out like in a reason, like no diss to Star Trek, but it comes out like I'm never like sitting around like, oh, when is it gonna be ready? It just seems to
Right.
like be done before you have that feeling.
A natural
Yeah.
time, like every
Yes.
year it comes out. And it's so good because it's a sci-fi show that is so creatively
human.
done.
Mm.
Yes, yeah.
And so many like you really care about, there's so many characters and you really care about all of them, and they all
Yeah.
like are knitted together so well. And like
Yeah.
they've since like it's been on a few seasons and every season is basically like a decade ahead. This past season, I was so touched. They would show like pictures in somebody's like cabin, and there would be like a car that belonged to like a little boy who died in season 1. And it's just like,
Oh,
it's
cool.
There's
Yeah.
that
and they'll just show it
connection,
for
yeah.
a second. And if you blink, you miss it. And it's like that kind of like later season Deep Space Nine love that goes into it. And it's
Yeah.
just, it's gorgeous.
It is a
One day Ryan
wonderful
will
show.
watch.
Hmm?
So
It is
good.
a wonderful show.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I'll watch it.
Which I feel like just needs like more promotion. And I just don't feel like I hear enough people talking about it and watching it.
Yeah.
It's so good. And I actually first heard about it like not from any venue like in America. I heard about it from like these Australians who have a podcast about like what to watch every week that is more of an international look at TV. And they were obsessed. So then I was like, I guess it's time to check out Apple TV. And then I realized
how I
how
heard
Star Trek
about it was from our good friend and friend of the show and friend of Virtual TrekCon, Mark Zickrey, who wrote a couple episodes of Star Trek, as you know. He also wrote for He-Man and the Smurfs and the Real Ghostbusters. That's magical.
That's awesome.
But he told me one time when we were having a meeting about For All Mankind before it was ever, out. He just said, "Hey,
cool.
Ronald D. Moore just sold his pitch of blah blah blah, whatever it is." I don't know if he had the title, but I do remember he told me the concept. He said basically, what if the Russians had won space race and it goes off the world goes off in a different direction because of that, or they were the first to get to the moon and then the space race never ended. And probably just like the executives in the meeting, I was like, that's a very good idea.
That's such a solid, like quick pitch.
Brilliant.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I have to confess, the first few, when I started watching the first episode, I was really confused because I hadn't read up on anything about it. And I was like, wait, that's not right. That's not how it happened.
Right.
And then it kept going and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I'm on the page with you and this is awesome. Yeah. I was like, the Russians didn't get there first. Wait, what's happening? But it's so good. It's so good.
And like some of those early seasons when they're just like out in space and it really captures the vastness and how scary it must be when it's just you out there. And like it's so beautiful, but like it's also kind of chilling. It's just amazing.
Well, and I like the parts where the US and the Russians become friends at some point with the astronauts.
Margot, like the best relationship.
Spoilers, what? What's going on? They become friends. Well, now I can't watch if I know what's going to happen.
Astronauts, I can't tell you about the governments, but
yes.
Interesting. So this the spin-off's called Star City, and you're saying it's going to basically it means it takes place from the Russian point of view, but
and I guess
is it the exact same timeline?
So the deadline article confirms like so season 1, as they're like in the initial part of the space race, it's going to be that, but from the Russian point of view. So like, because every season of For All Mankind is like 10 years in the future, every season you lose different characters. So it's and they age people really well with makeup. So they have like the opportunity to have like some of the characters we lost, like make cameos or whatever.
Oh,
that's
smart. Cool. So season 1 though will correlate to season 1 of For All Mankind, same exact timeline, and
which is
it's
also
just going to
interesting because like season 1 of For All Mankind, you don't really see the Russians because they're not talking. Like over time, as people like are reaching places and doing like colonies on the moon together or like Mars together, like over time you see more of like the Soviet crew, but season 1 you see very little. So my guess is it'll be like Soviets, but like on TV or like a
so does it start in 1969?
I think sometime in the late 60s, I would say.
Because that's when the moon landing was, right?
Yeah, so it might be like a little bit before that.
If that's the case, let's just say 68 then maybe. So that would mean that season 5 would be 2008.
So I think it's going to be only 8 years ahead, so like
Twitter.
2003. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Well, like usually between seasons, they'll do like 10 mini like news articles, and like one time they were read by Hoshi, but like it'll be like a 2-minute news article like clarifying that John Lennon wasn't shot, and then like the next time there's a between season thing, they'll mention in the background of another story like, oh, and then the 4 Beatles gave this like conference at a peace or this concert at a peace demonstration, and like it won't be like in the season, but you might like sometimes I'll freeze frame the season when they'll show like a newspaper and like in the corner of a page will be mentioned something that was like mentioned in one of these little mini news.
I love that.
Well done.
And each era is so, it's like you're living in that era. They
That's
do it
awesome.
so well. The 60s, we were in the 60s. The 70s were in the 70s. The 80s were awesome. 90s, the hairdo. It was pretty
It's
great.
Very cool.
good.
How many seasons are they planning on going with this?
I hope
Because they got to
forever.
go like, by my count, they got to go like 50 seasons to get to Star Trek.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
it really reads as a Star Trek prequel.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's alternate history, like when
Right.
you just kind of like erase that part from your mind, like by where they are now, it really does feel like maybe this could be us like decades in the
Right.
future. But like their progression and the Akudas work really closely with NASA to have they like go to NASA command rooms and look at like historical
So
like
cool.
um
I'm also just delighted
like
for them getting to do
exhibits.
that.
Yeah.
That's
Such
awesome.
like goodness of fit. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
What if they actually covered the Bell riots?
That's funny.
Right?
How funny would that
Oh
be?
my God. Ooh.
Title
Bell
it
rides,
all
though, that's
together.
2024, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that wouldn't work if they always go in 8s or something like that.
Right.
I think it's just
Well,
But what if they
it's
just
a
talk
loose.
about it?
Yeah.
Well, usually Star Trek is actually part of their universe. So it's
Oh,
like
that's right. Yeah.
That's
a
true.
franchise
That's
in there.
true. Yeah.
They all watch it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second.
We've talked
That
about
just
this.
hit me. Yeah, that hit me. When I first heard that, I was like, wow, what a compliment. That's so cool that they're talking about Star Trek. They're making it real in their show.
And
But
now
now that
Star Trek is changing as the alternate timelines change. So like
Yeah.
we talked about this, how like there are only 3 series instead of
Yeah,
5
but-
at that point.
But hang on a second, and that's all very interesting. But I just realized this is actually
But then who wrote TNG?
a put down. This is saying For All Mankind is real, and Star Trek is just a TV show. Right? Because if they put Star Trek in their TV show, they're kind of they're kind of big time in them. They're Hollywood in them. They're like, oh yeah, Star Trek's just a TV show in our real universe, And then, but then what if Star Trek goes,
But it was
no,
real.
you're the TV show. We're
But
the
it's-
real ones.
That'd be
Hello,
awesome if
Benny
they did that,
Russell.
actually. Yeah.
It really is, especially since like the same person writes like TNG happens, like the same person who wrote TNG is writing For All Mankind.
That's amazing.
So good. I love it so much.
Mhm.
It's interesting though. That's
The
interesting.
character moments, like some of these, especially like as the seasons go on, there's so many moments where you really do feel like you might be watching Star Trek. It's so great.
Mm.
So they said that the 3 shows were what then?
Remember we talked about this? It was TOS, Phase 2, and
Right.
TNG.
And TNG.
And then
Okay.
and then like early on, people are going to see like Wrath of Khan in the theater.
And are you sure that it's TNG?
Didn't he say it's like some sort of like version of TNG?
Right. Just because if phase 2
That's so
happened,
cool.
it's like,
That's so cool.
Fascinating.
Galenda gets it. She says, no, you're the TV show.
yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're big time in each other right there, man.
Mhm.
Wow, that's really interesting though. I love that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
I
That's
mean,
cool.
just to get a spin-off, that's just epic. I love that for
Mhm.
them. And for us.
Do you think they'll get another spinoff?
I don't know, because like this is sort of the logical, unless they did like some sort of prequel, because they're already like taking pretty, you can't go that much in the future because it's necessary.
Yeah.
Like you have to see the steps. The only thing I wish sometimes is that they would do like less, the steps wouldn't be as huge, because I want it to be there forever, and I don't want to lose characters, because like
Mhm.
in the next few seasons, obviously the remaining characters from season 1 will have to like pass away because it'll be too many decades. So
I
good, though.
see. However, did you know
Oh,
that at
cryogenics.
screenrant.com, written by John Orchiola, there's an article entitled Star Trek Discovery Movie and Crossover Opportunities discussed by Sonequa Martin Green. Sonequa Martin Green gives an update about the possible future of Star Trek Discovery after the series ends with season 5. Okay, so Discovery movie, what's going on here? Is this even a possibility?
Well, I mean, Sneakwa's quote makes it seem like a possibility, but there's nothing concrete about anything yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, here's the quote.
Really
She
fast.
said, yeah.
Robert Kaiser said, Strange New World should reference For All Mankind, making it merely a TV show in their universe.
That's big
Okay,
time.
sorry, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
So here's the quote. She says, I think they asked, what can you say about Starfleet Academy if anything's been discussed there? She says, no, I wish I did. I wish I did. We talk about movie opportunities a lot. We talk about possible crossover opportunities. Yeah, that one seems like that should happen.
Yeah.
She continues, it's tough because where we ended up was further beyond where any Trek has gone. I think we ended in 3191. So there's very little we can do in terms of just not breaking too many rules, because when we jumped to the future, that was our last shot. But I think that there are some crossover opportunities coming up with maybe Starfleet Academy. It would be a lot of fun to do a movie. I haven't heard anything about it, but it could be a lot of fun. Okay. So that's the answer. She hasn't heard anything about a possible movie. She's just throwing that out there.
Right.
But certainly there's going to be Starfleet Academy
yeah.
crossover potential, right?
Yeah.
That's a certainty. I can't imagine there won't be a bunch of people jumping in and out of that show from Discovery.
Yeah.
Especially since Saru's now an ambassador.
Yeah.
And yeah. Depending on where the rest of the cast goes.
Yeah, exactly.
That definitely could be a possibility.
I bet it's going to be like at least 5 people from Discovery are going to go over to Starfleet Academy as series regulars or as just one episode or cameo. At least 5 in the first season of Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think they could do it. All right, well, let's talk about this week ahead, everybody. Everybody go check out that article from screenrant.com. But here is the news of this week in the way of shows and reviews and all that fun stuff. Yesterday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we released our full review of everybody's favorite Next Generation episode, A Matter of Perspective. I mean, it depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Pause for applause. Didn't happen. All right, moving on. Now, tomorrow, that's Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time, go to the Falling Tower YouTube channel for the Watch the First podcast. We watched the first episode and review Grimsburg on Hulu. Dr. Muhammad Noor and I are joined by Professor James McGrath. Every morning there's a halo. Never mind, that's a different McGrath. Right? That's Mark McGrath, I think. Yes. Thank you. Jenny always knows. She's got it. That's a good, let's get that song stuck in our head now.
Yeah.
There it is. Anyway, so Professor James McGrath and I and Dr. Noor review Grimsburg on Hulu, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time on the Falling Tower YouTube channel. Then on Thursday, this coming Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time, go to the Seventh Rule YouTube channel and check out our full review of the brand new Discovery episode that's coming out this Thursday. You watch that episode as soon as it drops, and then go to the YouTube channel for the Seventh Rule, and we will talk about it with you and with the writer of the episode, Carlos. Get this, his last name is Cisco. Carlos Cisco.
So cool.
Couldn't make that up.
Yeah.
Great guy. He reviews it along with us. He tells us some cool insider information, drops a lot of interesting newsy kind of things.
Nice.
So get up in that episode
Nice.
with us and listen to all that he has to say.
Mhm.
He gives us insight on what people were thinking about and talking about in the writers' room when they were first arriving, you know, for season 5. Like, what's going on there? You know, we talk about a lot of things. There are a lot of big reveals in this new
Nice.
episode. And he tells us the genesis of these reveals. And then
Cool.
I ask him
Cool.
about what he can tell us about future episodes, and he adeptly avoids that question. He's like, whoa, dodge. I can't do that, you weirdo.
Mhm.
See you later. Anyway, so check that out. It's a great time. Then on Friday, come right back here to the Star Trek and Chill show on the virtual TrekCon channel, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We talk about Star Trek and we chill.
Yeah.
Then on Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern time, go to the 7th Rule YouTube channel for our first segment review of, oh, this is a good one. Everybody put on your booty shorts. It's time for Captain's Holiday.
Ooh.
Actually, Melissa's wearing the shirt that was inspired by Captain's Holiday. They're comfortable shorts. All right. With very special
there a
guest. Yes. Chip Chalmers, everybody. We finally got director
Wow.
Chip Chalmers to join us. He's amazing. Great guest. We have a great time. And he talks about Captain Picard's booty shorts.
Nice.
Perfect. Oh, and
I
then
mean, he's European. Whatever.
and also right after starting right now is Sci-Fi Sista's review of the red carpet from the Discovery final season.
Oh,
premiere.
yay.
And
Cool.
Steve Martin Green phones in to give a special message to fans.
Awesome.
That's
I'll
our
link
cue
that
to-
in our live chat. Yes.
That's our cue to get the heck off the internet.
Yeah.
So that's it for us. Melissa Longo, can you tell people where they can find you and your goodies online, please?
Yes, theintrovertedrepublic.com at Walking Art Made by Melissa, Walking Art Made by Melissa on Patreon, and what Melissa Longo MALISSA on
Oh my God.
social media. On social media, and 3 Fat Lobsters on YouTube.
And yourself, Jenny R. Johnson.
Well, I also have a website, and it is jennyrjohnson.com, and you can find my shop there, and I have prints in my shop. And also, you can find me on the internet. Wait, that's also the internet, but all the other places on the internet, like social media. You can find me on Twitter at Jenny R. Johnson, and everywhere else at Jenny R. Johnson Art, because that's what I do. I make art.
Hmm.
Whew.
Top that, Anne-Marie Siegel, doctor.
Twitter at Anne-Marie Siegel 1.
And Ryan T. Husk.
Thank you. Everybody, you can find me, let's see, on twitter.com at RyanTGHusk. Follow me and you will get all kinds of juicy gossip about Star Trek stuff. Just kidding. I don't even, I like things and I tweet things very rarely, but I'm there.
Nice.
Or you can just follow me on Virtual TrekCon, at Virtual TrekCon, at The 7th Rule, and at Falling Tower on Twitter.com or any of your favorite social medias, but especially right here on the YouTube. Right, Grandma? Okay. She knows.
YouTube.com.
Good old the YouTube.
I wonder if there is a the YouTube.com.
Oh, that would be fun.
It used to be the Facebook.
And it used to be the MySpace.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing's coming up. It looks like they YouTube. Anyway, that's it for us, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for notifications, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review if you're listening in. We'd really appreciate that. As soon as this live feed is over, hit the refresh button, leave us a nice comment. If you're not watching live, the comment section's already there. You don't have to hit refresh. Leave us a nice comment. Tell us what you think about For All Mankind, Battlestar Galactica getting a convention, Trek Against Pancreatic Cancer, the Orville, all those goodies. Wow, so much to talk about. please be sure you do that in the comments below, and then go hang out with the Sci-Fi Sisters. They are fun AF. See you next time, everybody. And when you want to know what's fun AF, put it on the main viewer.